Mm, 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 mm. Hallo, hallo. Guten Tag, mein Name ist Auxilia Zeno und heute spielen wir Dead Space. Ich spreche leider kein Deutsch. Nicht auf Konversationsniveau. Alright, with that out of the way, hello and welcome. Uh, yeah, like I said before in German, I don't speak German. I just know how to pronounce the words, so I had this script ready in my head. Alright, so I am playing Dead Space, or at least I'm continuing on with Dead Space again. In the last stream, I started with impossible difficulty level 1 armor, and I could upgrade it to level 3, but I refuse to, because this is just the impossible difficulty level 1 armor run. In the last stream, I got raided by two people, and I panicked a little bit. I don't think it's gonna happen again, but that being said, it would be nice if it did happen again, but I think chances are very slim. Um, yeah. Let's switch over to the main event. Ah, wait, hang on. It should be still working. Huh? There we go. All right. Um, I hope the audio is fine, but like in last time, if anyone can hear this, if if there's anything wrong with the audio, just let me know and I'll change it accordingly. I did a little bit. Well, the way I test my audio is I record a little bit with my voice in it and the background noises as well, and then I listen back to it and try to make it more audible. Uh, looks like everything is in order. Sound is alright. Otherwise, I can just turn it down a little bit because in the previous stream, all three were on very low, so of course people wouldn't be able to hear me. In OBS, I lowered the volume a little bit compared to last time, so that should be okay. Alright, enough talk. Let's get to it. I forgot where I was. It's been a solid while since I've last played this. But I think I should be okay with just, the hell? What fucking shit?
Isaac, I can smell the contaminated air from here. It's spreading faster than I expected.
Oh,
I'm trying to
right, I
isolate it,
remember.
but it's not going to buy us much time. We have to get that thing off this ship. The chemicals you need are in the chemistry lab. I'll hack the door for you when you get there.
Back to the... Oh, right, I remember. Last time I was just messing around with ADS. The ship isn't sinking anymore, and we get... Oh, sweet, rubber blades. Level 2 suit, Rubber blades, da 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 da. Actually, how am I doing for inventory space? Alright, yeah, I can... I should save up for buying more power nodes. Could do it right now, as a matter of fact. Actually, yeah, sure. You know what? Let's buy some power nodes for the first time in this run. I think this is level or chapter 5, I believe. And I went through... I'll save 20,000 for when I need healing items. Uh, yeah, I can probably just go at it until I reach chapter... What the hell? Oh, this is the...
Stand in the way of God's plan.
Shut up.
The natural order. Are you blind left to rest?
Probably, because I can't see you, man.
Looks like someone has reprogrammed the door locks on this deck. And recently, too. I guess we're not alone here after all. Someone doesn't want you in this part of the ship.
That is weird. Oh, but this thing is open. I remember I was gushing about Dead Space in the previous stream. Alright, someone just stack this on top of each other and make like a thing. Come on. Yeah! Screw you! Yeah, I was discussing about the Dead Space. Yeah, it's chapter 5, Lethal Devotion. And after that, I have to go through the contaminated air and such. Yeah, I think I should be good to go. It's dark in here. Oh, gee, I can't believe it. Maybe I should turn down the volume a little bit. Oh. You know what? Yeah, sure. I mean, jump scares are fine and all, but I don't want to make too much noise in here. Oh, wait, hang on. There you go. Yeah, this is the second time you entered this level. I'm not gonna fall for that. And things have been changed in here. That looks fine so far. I kind of love it when video games just make you revisit the same level, but then there are subtle changes in the environment. This is just freaky. Everything huge that's just moving at an alarming rate is just freaky. Oh god, I know what that thing is. That's the introduction to this enemy type. That thing is horrible. It is stuck to a wall and just screaming. Right, in one of the previous levels you see one of the people just stuck to a wall, and they later grow into those wall guardians that you see later in the game that grows tentacles out of their abdomens. Should I... Let's see what I can do with this. 1, 2, 3. Contact beam. 1, 2, 3, I guess. Alright, for the contact beam, I want to upgrade the charge. And then I need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. You can probably ignore this node, because otherwise it'll be wasteful. Pulse rifle. 3. Force gun. Oh boy, we got options in here. Damage, capacity, speed. I think speed is more important, because the force gun is really good for pushing back enemies. And for maximum speed, I need... Alright, I can ignore this one. But this thing is mandatory. This thing, you don't really need to put something, put a note in here, because otherwise you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one will never have to be inserted, because it's such a weird system. Alright, damage, capacity, and damage. I could put 4 of these in here. Actually 5. Or maybe just 3, because I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4 in 2 in capacity and 2 in damage, and another in speed, but that's already 5. I can insert 3 for more hit points, maybe some air. Kinesis module is just ranged. Stasis module is really good. I think I want to at least upgrade the stasis module for duration and energy. But then I'll need at least 4. Alright, I can do 4 in the stasis module. And 2 in Plasma Cutter for the damage and capacity. Or maybe 3 with speed in there as well. I could do 3 in the Pulse Rifle instead, because the Pulse Rifle is also really good as a backup. I've never used a contact beam so far. Well, maybe that one time. Force gun can wait. Alright, I think I've made my decision. First things first. Stage module. Then I have 4 left. Can put maybe just 1 in capacity and 1 in speed, because it already has 2 points in damage. Yeah, sure. Then can put 1 in there somewhere. Could probably just 1 in speed, or just keep it for now. Or decision. Alright, how about this? I'll put 1 in here for later. And I think I'm gonna save. Alright, this is good, this is good. I now have extra shots in my stasis module. I have upgraded my plasma cutter and upgraded my... Wait, 50? Wait, did I upgrade this thing? I don't care anymore. Let's save. Yes. Yes, this is great. I could double check in what I did for the pulse rifle, because I'm not really sure anymore. Alright, I didn't do anything with the pulse rifle. Stasis module, rig, 1 in rig, couple in there, nothing in there, nothing in there, nothing in there. Alright, so I only upgraded the plasma cutter. It's not that I have short-term memory, it's just like I don't know, I got lots of things to keep in mind. This place is locked, but it was open before. But I most definitely got the power node. I just don't understand why this is locked while there's a power node inside. It always peeves me. Damn it. There's probably some items that has respawn that I can use. What? These things are loud as hell. Got him. I don't think I'm just gonna stomp the corpses for good measure, because I don't trust it. Wait, hang on. I can probably just hit the thing and then get stasis recharge. Yeah, free stasis.
You're close to the chemistry station. Once you get the chemicals, you're also going to need a DNA sample of the alien tissue. I'll search the records for 1.
Why do you need to search the records for 1? There's alien tissues all over the place, man. The marker will save us. Put it back, put it back, put it back where it belongs. There are some... Zero G Derby. Ah, it's locked. There are some secret messages in here written in Unitology alphabet. You can what's it called? Decipher them, and that will reveal something. I've never ever bothered to decipher the Unitologist messages. Oh boy.
Dr. Charles, I now have a live subject for my study. I'm eager to validate my tissue regeneration. Initial restraint was problematic, but now the patient's resting comfortably. He trusts me, Dr. Kite. He puts his life in my hands. He knows his part in all of this. Understands what I'm doing. The forehead has been swabbed clean and marked.
What are you doing with that?
And I'm now attempting to create a passage to insert the sample crystal into.
This is my favorite audio log in the game. It's like he puts his life in my hands because he trusts me, and then you hear him screaming in the background. God, this is so morbid. Oh, cool. It makes me wonder. Well, I definitely gonna need that. Oh. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I know what this thing is. And I know how he quote-unquote captured it. I thought he captured Necromorph, but that's... How the hell would he do something like that? Actually, in that case, how would he have survived all of that? Batch mixer. Batch mix insane. Yeah. Alright, now let's get out of here.
Your fight for
Huh?
survival is
Wait.
admirable but pointless. And yet you keep on going. It
Gonna
almost makes me think
flash or
that we had
blind
hope
yourself
for
with
species.
my flashlight.
Am I the only one who sees that we have died out a long time ago? We just haven't accepted.
Is his head following me?
Stop running. Stop your struggle. Our future, your future.
I'm gonna blind you
the future
with my
of our
lasers.
race ends here. Allow me to introduce you to humanity's child, the children that will replace us. Our greatest creation.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a great time of waking up. Yeah, I'm gonna freeze and cut off your legs. There you go. You won't be needing that. Oh man, that stasis works really well. Ugh.
You can't kill it, Isaac. It's just gonna keep regenerating. Get out of there! Run!
Let's do it again. There we go. This is essentially Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. Was it Resident Evil 2? Yeah, he's not gonna follow me here. Wait, is...
One there. Repeat. Come in, Isaac.
Huh? Oh,
Is anyone
gee.
there?
Hammond, where the hell have you been?
I've reached hydroponics. It's bad down here. Really
God.
bad.
Shit.
The organic matter is growing everywhere. My eyes are stinging.
Get off. Fuck off. I got way too distracted by Hammond. Oh, gee. Yeah, you're not gonna... This thing is amazing against these little critters. Alright, how am I doing for health? You know what? Use that. Keep the stasis back. I might use it. God, that's so creepy. I know the regenerator's not gonna come in this room, but the idea... Oh, that is amazing. The idea is just haunting. I kind of wish he would stalk you like in the Resident Evil 2 remake, but oh... I don't know what I'm gonna... fucking run. Go, Isaac, go, go. Wait, okay, he's dead. Jeez. He should be a mystery.
Now you need to find a DNA sample of the growth.
Anyway.
According to lab records, there's an inert sample stored in the ICU. Dr. Mercer was apparently doing intensive research on it.
Thanks.
I've been trying to contact Hammond, but all I'm getting is static. Isaac, you've got to hurry.
Gonna get some of these. There we Let's see. Should be okay. I might go ham with force gun for a little bit, just to use up the ammo, and that'll free up some inventory space afterwards. Lethal devotion, shots. Pimp stance, that way. Alright, let's go. Wait, have I been here before? Yeah, I have, okay. Wait,
Your persistence surprises me.
shut
Holding on
up.
to your final breath, you claw your way along.
Fuck this ship, yeah.
Hold on to what was once your world, but now
Can I just...
belongs to the
Yeah, I can just walk away.
Be glad
Bye-bye.
to acknowledge that
Goodbye.
your death will break their breath.
Just leave.
Listen. Can you hear it? It's coming.
He's still talking, even after I left. Hey, there's some ammo in there. Alright, I don't know how much damage the regenerator will do on me. But let's try not to get hit by him. Hello. Stay down. Yes. That's an AoE attack. The reload. Let's blast him again. This one doesn't have a hat. Nope. This is chaotic. Babies. Ways away. Alright, I'm out of ammo for this thing. Nope, get out of here. Come here, come here. Oh, no you don't. Alright, I think I have everything under control.
Someone keeps shutting down the door protocol. I bypassed the lock. Go!
Alright, this thing is out of ammo. Keep an eye on you. Push you, and I don't have any shit. Alright. Thank you for a space shotgun. Alright, reload this thing real quick. Alright, it's reloaded. Switch to this thing. It is very chaotic. Get some money. Alright, let's take a breather, man. Double check. I have plenty of space. Got a couple of shots for the space shotgun. I like to call it the space shotgun, but the force gun is it rolls off the tongue easier. Alright, let's stick to this thing for a while. Might use this. ER hallway B. Alright, I didn't know there was another one of those guardian thingies. I think it's a good hint. If you see a canister, always pick it up and bring it with you all the time. But I swear, I didn't know that... What? I thought I heard something. Oh, all right. Let's not look at her too long. You wait, what? Is that our clone? Twin sister? I'll leave her alone because she's freaking me out. This whole game is freaky. I mean, it doesn't scare me, but it's unnerving to say the least. Fuck, I love it though. It's great. Okay, don't spend too much time. Oh god, I realize what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna save here. And if it's really difficult, I'll have to reload the save and do something, but I don't think it's gonna be... Oh. Dr. Mercer's office. Well, that explains a lot. Is he gonna summon something? Oh, air cans. He scribbled some shit. He put heads in a jar. Audio log, alright.
Personal log, Dr. Chalice Mercer. The specimen continues to respond well to my experiments. Its cellular fortitude, not to mention elasticity, is remarkable. Dr. Kine, I'm sure, would disapprove. But I do not anticipate that issue as the good doctor is busying himself with the marker. As if that matters now. He has also succumbed to the same dementia that afflicted the colony. Only yesterday he told me he had spoken to his wife. But Amelia Kine has been dead for some years. My subject grows restless. Patience. Your time is soon. Very soon.
I mean, I've been thinking about this Dr. Mercer guy. He survived for so long, but even if you're a unitologist, it doesn't mean that you're immune for against these things. So they'll still want to kill you. But I just whoa.
Now you just need to...
This has gone far enough.
Hey,
Accept your part in the God's plan. Embrace your own extinction.
actually I should be running.
What the hell was that? Isaac, he's decompressed the entire deck, and I'm being locked out of those systems. All the air has been vented into space. You should be able to bring it back online from the security station, but you don't have much time.
There we go. Don't have I've less than a minute. But I got a medium air can, but I don't know if I can just... Oh boy. This is bad. Shit, I need air. Alright, I got air. Stay away. No, come on, go. I can take them out, but it's not really worth it to do it. Did I pick that up? I don't care. I just need to get going and fix the air. I have to fix air itself. That way.
You've got everything you need to make the poison. Now get back to the chemistry lab.
What are you going to do? Do it fast. Can hardly breathe.
You're cutting out, Hammond. I'm gonna try to switch over. Shit. I lost his signal. I'll continue scanning for his location. You have to get that compound mixed.
Is it possible to mix something real fast in such a short amount of time? Cell air. Yeah, sure. Keep that. Double check the inventory for a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright, let's... Yeah, I could go back and check for items that I missed, but then again, there are a couple of enemies that are just waiting for me. So, I think I'll leave them be. There we go. Imaging diagnostics wing. Ah, let's go. Actually, I haven't checked the map for a while. I can't believe that it didn't startle
Got
me.
more intel on the atmosphere. A survivor's report says a massive creature entered the hydroponics deck from outside the ship.
What?
That's when the air quality began degrading. The survivor called it the Leviathan.
So from outside the ship. So imagine being in space, but then something. And wait, what? I swear I keep hearing splashes, splotches noises. Oh, crazy. This game is driving me crazy. I love this game. We're back here again. Why? Well, because we needed to get it mixed.
Processing request. Please stand by.
We're gonna be back here?
Final mixing complete. Please remove the capsule.
Alright.
Let's hope that poison works. Head back to the tram station and get him to hydroponics as fast as you can. Still no response from Hammond, so be careful. There's no telling how contaminated that deck is.
This is...
I'm beginning to truly admire your spirit, misplaced as it may be. I think you should see the whole plan. You should not spurn the hive mind's offerings. You deserve to witness that at least.
Thanks. I could hang up on him, but there's all this blood all over the place. So they sealed this part off, but alright, so he was standing here and then he left this way. Oh wow, look at the stash. I'll take these. And I'm gonna save. Needle to foes. This is actually a pretty short chapter, I feel. I've been just half an hour and I'm already... Oh,
Perhaps now you will end
never mind.
the work I have done. Will continue. I, Dr. Charles Mercer, shall serve as the catalyst to the salvation of our species.
Right, you guys can't see it, but I'm pulling... I'm flipping the bird at him.
Glory across the entire planet.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I will leave you with my creation.
Uh-huh.
Embrace the
Wait.
inevitable.
Oh, you fucking... There you go. I need to take care of the babies because they are very annoying. What the hell? Stay there. Alright, I'm wasting ammo just on this guy. But I want to make sure that the babies have been dealt with. Oh boy, he's coming. Baby! Oh, power note. Yeah, that's right. Come to Papa. It's freezing here. What? Hold down! No! Go, 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 go. Did I get him?
Tracing cycle successful. Transporting patient.
And off he goes. Problem solved.
Let's just hope that's the last we see of that thing. I've managed to override Mercer's lockdown. There's a secondary tram station nearby, and you can take it to hydroponics. Let's just hope there's enough time.
Alright, let's take a moment to look at all his Asians. So, Dr. Chalice Mercer has been able to capture the necromorphs and put them in these tubes. That's honestly impressive considering that they just kill anything on sight. Or he has this... Oh, there's a weird trick to them that you can avoid being slashed by them. Or I'm just thinking too much into it. It's a video game after all. But it really makes you think. Tram station. Yeah, the secondary train deck. Of course, the medical wing has a secondary tram station. Medical tech. I love the design of this game. Wait, what? Oh man, it's nothing but darkness in here. I keep thinking that there's like a hidden item in these parts, but yeah, let's not waste too much time. I got myself a drink. Let's see what it is. It is latte macchiato. Very sweet. Well, yes, I would love to save my progress. Oh, that stuff. Jump scare? Jump scare? This time
Hydroponics log, Dr. Elizabeth Cross reporting.
Elizabeth!
I'm pleased to say that we're working close to maximum capacity at the present time. All flora is healthy and thriving, and food yield has created a surplus. I was going to pass the surplus on to the colony, but the captain has given a no-fly order. I want to note my opposition to that order. Everyone knows they're in trouble down there, and I don't see what denying them our surplus will achieve.
Doctor... oh. I don't know what happened in the bathrooms, but seems not a good time. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'm a gentleman, so I'll have to go this way. Is this like some environmental... Oh! What the hell happened? I don't want to imagine. This is like some weird environmental storytelling going on. Like, why are there lots of corpses in the bathrooms? I guess they were... Excuse me, ladies. I guess they were hiding. Grab this. Grab whatever's in here. No working mirrors, but I'll forgive the game for this time. There are a couple of games that actually has working mirrors, and I don't think it's necessarily ray tracing, but in Silent Hill 2, in the opening sequence where Mr. James Sunderland arrives at the town by car, you see him staring into a mirror, but the way that mirror works in the game is there is another room on the other side of the mirror, and there's two James essentially, one with the mirrored animations playing, so it'll look like a fully functional mirror. Contact energy, yeah, I want that. Jeez.
Watering cycle initiated.
Can you just say watering cycle initiated first before blasting at me with sound? Tomatoes. More farms. I love the environment design of this game. Alright, let me read this. Welcome, here on USC Ishimura, we use hydroponic technology and organic plant cloning to grow produce as high quality as that on planet Earth. A friendly reminder, our plants are delicate and pH sensitive, so please take care where you step and keep clear of all contaminants. Visitors should be mindful of volatile chemicals and varying gravity. Thank you, Ishimura team. Oh wait, that's Ishi. I can't read it. That very. Ishimura Farms. Right, right. I love the artwork in this game. I was... Hammond! No, wait, don't shoot, it's me. It's Isaac.
Good to see you in one piece.
Yeah,
Don't take your helmet off.
I wasn't going to.
The air's rotten. I gotta look at it. It's huge. You won't believe it. Shut itself in food storage. Crew that was on this deck. I think they're what's poisoning the air. They've been transformed. I saw one of them. Bloated, swollen. The poison factories. We need to take them out where we can still breathe.
What's where you're pointing that gun, man?
Hammond! I thought you were dead. You need to
Can I
get to
stand
cleaner
here?
air. You're not going to be able to help Isaac in your condition. Isaac, I'm scanning the area now. He's right. There's something really big in food storage. But I can't get a good scan. Monitor readings are off the scale. Be careful.
Hammond, why don't you have a helmet? Like, I'm literally the... Oh god, I'm a fool. Jeez, alright. Reload. Also, sometimes the reload animations are bugged in the game. Like, that is the reload animation for the force gun. But, yeah. Alright, I can't pick this up. Hammond, you go catch some fresh air, or whatever air is left in this place. Damn it. Let's do this. I'll drop this. Pick this up. Use it, and pick this back up again. There we go.
That's the door to food storage. But I can't override the integrity lockdown. You have to destroy the pods to bring the air quality up. Then you can go through and use the poison on the Leviathan.
Thanks. Oh, look at that. Alright, if you missed the schematic for the level 3 suit, it'll just update it automatically. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. So you could either get it earlier if you picked it up somewhere, or you can just automatically unlock it in at a later stage. Yeah, alright, let's make some room. Actually, I might move this one, the full stack, because I'll probably just pick up more plasma energy later down the line. I'll leave the contact energy. I'll leave this part. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 4 slots left in my inventory. I can just get rid of the force energy for now. So now I have 5 slots available in my inventory. 45,000 credits. Leave this. I have 3 nodes. This is very tricky to... Oh. Wait, there's a safe station. Environmental hazard. I always thought that hazard was pronounced as hazard. Or hazard. But apparently it's hazard. Alright, he's still chilling. So there are in total 8 of those things that I need to kill. I could follow the waypoint or just actually right now I have 2 of those things. I'll put one in the safe for now. Alright, I was thinking after I'm done with Dead Space 1, I might continue with Dead Space 2, but I don't...
I suppose I should be glad that Ham's alive, but I still don't trust him. I think he's hiding something about the marker.
What would he possibly be hiding about the marker? Alright, I was considering playing Dead Space 2. Actually, that's a given. I should play Dead Space 2 after 1. But the thing that I'm thinking about is, what kind of restrictions should I put on myself? I could just do a offline run first before starting with the streaming it. But then, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll keep it contact beam. Could put 1 in speed. Leave stasis. Get 2 in either duration or energy. Huh? Kinesis? Nah. Break. Yeah, I could just put 2 in here. Alright. If I'm damaged for whatever reason, I can just upgrade my rig and then I'll have a free health boost. Go. Alright, how much ammo do I have? Alright, that means I'm gonna roll with the pulse rifle for now. Just start blasting. This is a long elevator. Oh, that's spooky. When I got a gun in my hand, I ain't afraid. Let's growth chamber. Wait. Oh, this fucking place. It's a little jungle. Actually, oh, jeez. I was about to say the shape of the map. Actually, let me just focus on surviving first before I'll show it. It's very a bit weird, but I'm not sure what it is. Alright, I swear I saw. There it is. I was hoping for level damage, but it's not. Whee! Oh god. Well, that was stupid. I could just shoot bouncy balls and they'll just die. I think I'll upgrade the space shotgun after this. I think I'll just upgrade the speed so it can have a higher rate of fire. And the damage, so it actually does some damage. Space balls. Alright, check ammo. Should be okay. Yeah. Grab this, reload that. 40. Wait, huh? The hell? Oh, it was empty. Right. Oh man, I gotta sneeze. No, never mind. I'm good.
Replacing nutrient
Oh, yeah, this thing. Alright, so in some of the... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Replacing nutrient vat.
So if you stasis that thing, and go around it. There we go. Yeah, secrets. You hear that? That's one of them. Ugh, it smells bad. I love how the lighting... Oh. Alright, let's take a closer look before I finish this thing off. That looks awful. You can just stomp them. Alright, 2 stomps and you're dead. That looks awful. It's like a burn victim. Well, that being said, I love the designs of the enemies. Okay, let's go. I heard some babies. And off to go. Wait. It's another one. Oh. Is it playing random sound cues just to... Oh, there it is. It's a lead. Should be another one. You know, I don't think I'm worried about running out of ammo because there's always something laying around. I think for the next enemy, I'll just blast it with the contact beam. That away. Ugh, another one. 2 stomps, and they're out of the game. Wait, this thing's locked. Oh. It's another one. Yep. Got your leg. It's another one, isn't there? I want to finish this the sentence that I was about to say about the shape of the level. You can clearly see it in here. Yeah, if you know how what the shape of the Ishimura looks like, the 2 things on the sides, that is the bigger part of the ship. It even has the shape of the full size of the ship. I'm not sure if I'm relaying this correctly. I wonder if you can get the 3D model of the map and put them in together in a certain way that will form an accurate layout of the ship itself. I wonder. Alright, I think I've got everything in here. But there should be some items laying around on the edges, but I'm not gonna scan each and every square inch of the walls just for the items. Let's start with level 2. What does it move? Oh.
Toxics detected in atmosphere processing. A repair technician has been notified.
But I am the repair technician. That way. Alright, so I'll have to check the upper floor for a bit first. Can probably just find something in here. Wait, hang on. What's in the... Alright, there's something above me. Check this place first. Where is this all leading? Usually in video games you have to go the opposite direction of the objective, so you can just collect items or special stuff or whatever. But in this level in particular, it's a bit confusing. Let's not go in there just yet. Right. Pim stand says that way. I'm gonna go up. Should brought something to eat, but I only have drinks and near me. Squish. Should be it. I don't think there's... Oh! Oh, it's totally worth it to come up here. Ruby semiconductor. Yeah. I have worked in Unreal Engine, and the thing that I wanted to try was recreating this map system The only other game that also does this kind of 3D map system is Metroid Prime. So there isn't much documentation regarding on how to recreate certain visual styles in certain games. There is a YouTube channel that does this, and it has recreated a lot of gameplay elements from a lot of games. For example, A Link Between Worlds, where Link just merged into the wall and started walking alongside it. Or I think also some of the Breath of the Wild stuff, like the oh, yeah, I knew there was something in there. Like the Sheikah Slate items that you can do. I forgot the names of those things. And a lot of other stuff as well.
Isaac,
Oh,
make us whole again.
it's my girlfriend. Don't worry, babe. I'll be with you. Alright, I know what's gonna happen next. And that is why I always stomp the corpses beforehand. That's also a corpse, but I'll leave that corpse for later. Alright, let's do some strategic prep work. Stop this thing. Wait, what? Are you bastard? Ah, fuck. Did I get him? Hey, that didn't do any damage at all. Keikakudoi. He's just backing. Alright. Now that's what I call tactics. Oh man, I'm full of ammo. I am loaded. Alright, let's empty this thing out. It's loaded. 115. Alright, let's start emptying this gun. This thing isn't upgraded yet, so I will have to use this. I might just go back to the store. Then again. I love this little stance that he does when he uses the locator. I think I've said it before in a previous Dead Space stream. One of my favorite Let's Players from way back when calls it the pimp stance, and that's what I have been started calling it as well. Because look at him, that's a pimp stance. All right, let's go to the strobe light hallway. Oh, it's one of these things. Fucking love these. I love the noises that they make. Steve. Okay. The exploders, that's one of my favorite Dead Space enemies. They are very distinct. So if one enters the room or whatever, you always hear the yeah sound effects that they make. Fucking love that sound. Ooh, 0G section. Alright. Let's see what I got. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading back to the store and start dumping all my ammo. This is also a weird room where the... What? Alright, that light is weird. I could say, but no. I know it's stupid to go all the way back to the store, but it's very important. I wanted to have as much resources as possible when doing the impossible run. May not be the most fastest way to do it, but at least it's the safest way. So far I haven't run into any obstacles because I've always managed to to avoid some... Damn it. That way, alright. To avoid major issues or damage. God damn, this is a long way to go. Long way back. Wait, I can check the status of how far I am with killing him. Just run. Just run. Wait. Go. Oh, I missed one. That's right. I'm here to stock up anyway. Or the reverse of stock up, just storing stuff. Alright, I don't need an extra large med pack. I might even drop the large med pack altogether because so far I'm doing pretty well. I'll sell this, put this away, keep that, keep, put that away. Might keep this, put this away. Yeah, now I have 6 slots. Plenty of resources that I can use and even sell if I'm running out low on money. This is a very efficient playthrough so far. Alright, double check the inventory. Yeah, that's all I need. Just dump all your ammo for 2 of your weapons and keep some of your 2 main ones. Might upgrade the pulse rifle, but I might also save for different gun. I don't know. This stream is actually an impulse stream because I was like, you know what? Oh, wait. Red light means stop. I didn't plan to stream today, but I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I want to get this out of the way. Not to get my streaming reps in, but just I don't know. I just feel like doing it. I actually wanted to do it yesterday, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just do some drawing first. I'm actually working on making emotes, or more specifically, a free emote template for everyone to use for free. Why for free? I don't know. I thought it would be funny. They aren't necessarily the best emotes to use, but I'm curious on the variations people will make of them. They are mostly memes or based from something else, but they are blank enough that you can just edit them into your own style if you feel like it. They're not sure how to make emotes. I'll just kind of copy or look at other people's emotes and see how they do it. I'm curious. Maybe after the stream I'll work on it a little bit and release it on Twitter, so you can look forward to that.
Entering zero gravity.
This place is cool. Secretly wish that there are more games with zero gravity sections. Like, it doesn't have to be... Can I? Yeah, oh man, that's freaky. I'm running up the walls. This game drives me up the fucking walls. Yeah, how would you even do something like that? There are tutorials on Unreal Engine on how to make localized gravity. But, oh boy, I let the babies in. Come here. Oh, he did go. And he left. Oh. Well, there was back to the... Oh, right, it's your G section. Why are there spikes in here? That is very dangerous. I like to think this is for grabbing any loose cargo that might happen, so that's why they put spikes. It's just weird, but I'm nitpicking at this point. Open up, jump in there. I have to look where the babies are. that's it. Alright. Why is everything upside? Oh, right. Ugh. I fucking love this mechanic. Whoa! Hey! I hope no one gets sick watching me play this in Zero G. Actually, am I upside down in the map? No. Alright. Yeah, so the whole Zero G section is just like slightly tilted. And that's like the one of the bigger side things on the ship. Actually, did I miss anything? I could bring one of these, but you know what? Sure. At this point, why not? They put those things in there for me to use, so I'll just bring it along with me. And oh my god. That's easy. I'll just climb over it. Oh man, I'm too bulky. I can't. Alright, let's use the door. The hologram is stuck. I guess there's no other way than just to go the dangerous route.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello, security?
Mr. Obama?
Thank God. This is Dr. Cross in hydroponics. I'm trying to locate second engineer Jacob Temple. I can't get through to engineering. Of course I know there's a shipwide medical alert. That's why I'm trying to locate him. No, we're safe for now, but the tram is down and we can't reach the escape pod. Hello? Hello?
They use a stock screaming sound effect for that. Oh, God. I didn't know you could do that. Alright, here's a weird thing about this game. You can't jump in that space. The space bar is used for stomping, so you just can't jump. But there is a mid-air animation for Isaac, for whatever reason. But there is no instances in a game where you have to go in mid-air. I think it's like a precaution. That is hot. Can I slow this thing down? I can! Oh god! Ah! Freeze! Alright, no time, let's go. Go, go, go. Let's pimp smack him. Oh, he blocked! He parried! Dump this bad boy. Can't believe the Necromorphs can parry. Looks like you just got smoked. Grab the money and get the fuck out of here. Alright, at first I didn't know you could just stasis the shutter so you can buy yourself more time. But yeah, that's what the stasis is used for, to slow down fast moving objects, especially enemies. I am so smart. At least I'd like to think that I'm smart. Hey, well, if you guys want, or if anyone is listening to me, I could reveal my IQ, or at least the last time that I did an IQ test. It wasn't even one of those online IQ tests. It's like one time I got invited by the, I don't know how to say it in English, the some kind of the major's office or something. It's no, not. I don't know what to call it. It's not like directly invited by the major of the city I'm living in, but more like a community thing. And they did the. Oh, Codfishy! Hello, hello, welcome. You may not believe it, but you're the first person that entered the chat, so I was kind of lonely. But welcome to the stream. I was about to reveal my my IQ, or at least the last time that I tested my IQ. It was some kind of community thing the city sends invites to, and we got invited to, you know, do a little IQ test. Maybe it was like well, to gauge what the IQ levels is of people in the city. Just like just a little thing, I guess. And I was sitting there at the table, and there was the community worker, very nice lady, I might add. She gives me a test, and
10 kiloton mass detected in food storage.
that's a fat. Anyway, there's this nice lady that gave me some tests, like something with cars, and something with pictures, and something, I don't know, something else. And they put me through those tests to gauge my. Oh my god, that's way too close, and way too loud. Oh. George, good. George, good. George, good. I missed. Ah, I got hit. Right, where was I? Right. The community lady. Right, I got put through those tests, and she asked me a bunch of questions, and I have to answer them. She says a word, and I'll have to point at a picture that relates to that word, and sometimes those words are very difficult, like oral. What the hell is oral? But I I knew that it has something to do with the mouth, because oral is yeah, but so I answered accordingly. It's a test, and there was this test with the cards, and I have to put them in a certain order. But I also noticed that the cards has an upside down letter on top of it. So when I put them in order, the upside down letters form a word. And I noticed that. So I was like, hey, that word forms Huxley. Isn't that like one of those writers? And she looked at me as if I cracked the code. I felt so smart back then. Sheesh. It's an ambush. No, it's fine. Alright, after the test, they I have to wait around, and then they'll just calculate the score based on the answers I give them. And the final result of the IQ test was... Man, that's too loud, I need to think clearly. Move. Ow. That's alright, I have plenty of health. Wait, actually, I can upgrade my health. And now I get free health. Alright, that was quiet. The final result of the IQ test was I got a score of 139. Yeah, I felt smart back then. It could be that... Well, that score was from a while ago, and maybe they bumped up the number because I quote-unquote cracked the code of one of the card tests. Or maybe not. Or they bumped down the score a little bit, not to make me feel too smart. But I don't think... Hang on, let me... No doubt we are aware of the organic growth funnels of parts. I've been examining the substrate and thought the results would interest you. This cells resemble bacteria. Like bacteria, osmosis, I suppose. But what amazing is the speed in which it closes. Okay, it's just... Okay, so that basically details the thing that we're dealing with. Oh god, I just want to enter the... I wanted to finish my train of thought before entering here. Ah, perfect. Alright, so it could... That test was years old at this point. And I'm not sure if my IQ has risen or lowered or whatever. But at this point, I don't really care. As I said before in a previous stream, IQ is just a number. It basically just gauges on how smart you think. I don't care if my IQ has risen or dropped at that point, but it just... Yeah, I don't want it to... I see. Free health. I don't want the IQ test to be meaning anything. Let's see... That's great, I'll go with this one. Yeehaw! Oh boy, oh boy. Do it again. Do it again. There you go. $100 is pretty good for IQ. I don't know how high an IQ can be, but that's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what IQs are used for exactly. I mean, I guess they're used to gauge someone's cognitive abilities, like how well they think, I think. The 100 is the average, I think. I remember when I was... Oh man, that's a lot of items. I need to get... Actually, I'll use this. I remember when I was, I think, 14 or 15 years old, I got an IQ score of 115. 15. And oh, jeez! Surprise behind the closet. And I also felt really smart about it. I think one of the teachers back then called me a prodigy, but I don't feel like a prodigy. I even got made fun of the other kids back then, because I think they asked, do you have the same DNA as Einstein? And I impulsively answered yes, but not because I genuinely think so, but because I was like confused on the whole situation happening back then. Yeah, but even though my IQ is high, or that I may be smart, I don't feel smart in some aspects, like social things, for example. I might not pick up on social cues that easily, but over the years I got used to how to talk to people, and I can gauge on what things I can and cannot say, or shouldn't say rather. If I make a joke, and sometimes people would look at me with the most disgusted face possible, so I learned, all right, let's not make those kinds of jokes anymore. And over the years, I learned how to be careful on what I say to people. That being said, I don't think. Actually, now we're on the topic of IQs. There is this kid that has, I want to say he has an IQ of 300 as a kid, and he knows a lot about dinosaurs, and he even give presentations and such about it. But if you ask him directly a question, then he wouldn't be able to answer back immediately, which is also strange.
Vegetative anomalies detected in the East Grove chamber.
Alright, duly noted. It's such a weird thing how the human mind works in some cases. Is one of the... Yep, I knew it.
Quarantine activated.
There's no alarm, it's just silence. Jeez, alright. Wait, are you spitting this stuff at me? No, he's starting. Freeze! Got him. And this is on impossible difficulty. Actually, I could have blasted him with the contact beam. Wait, how many shots do I have? 3. How many space? I have a lot of space. I can just pick whatever I want. Wait, how many? 10. Alright, I have to be very careful. Alright, so the kid can explain everything about dinosaurs, but if you ask him a question directly, he can't answer immediately. He just stutters or just freezes in place. But if he write down an answer, then he can just like answer back, I think. And it also reminds me of, I don't know what it was, but I've seen an episode of something about the human mind. There is a couple of people that has a certain mental afflictions or brain problems, for lack of better terms. For example, there is this lady who sees everything in a essentially a low frame rate, as if she's watching a PowerPoint presentation. That's how she sees the world around her. So if a train comes by at the station, one time, oh jeez, that's a mimic. In one moment there's no train, but on the other, a train immediately, because the train for her appears out of nowhere, and it's such a weird thing. And there is a guy that can describe objects in a great detail. For example, they showed him a picture of a bristle or the head of a broom, and he can explain or describe the object in front of him, but he can't recognize. Oh wait, there's another one in here. He can't recognize the object in a picture. It is such a weird and specific thing to. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, the human mind works very, very mysteriously. Yeah. And in the same show, whatever the show is called, there is also... Oh, I've been here. Right? A guy that greets his friend as if they haven't seen each other for years. And that happens every time after 20 minutes. So if those 20 minutes are gone, then the next time he meets that friend of his, for him it feels like he hasn't seen them in years. It's so weird. While we're on the topic of brains, I talked to a couple of buddies of mine about having a brain. All right, this may be a weird topic to start. So if you're screaming, I'm sorry. In some brain surgeries, they need the patient to be awake during it. So what they do is, if the patient is music or a musician, the patient would play music on their instrument while they're operating on their brain. So if they mess up during the operation, then they'll notice immediately, and they would pull it back or whatever.
Hydroponics log, Dr. Cross reporting.
Dr. Cross.
Something huge just slammed into the hole near food storage. It wasn't a rogue asteroid. I know what that sounds like. But it was big and heavy. I'll report again when I know more.
What was it talking about? Right, brain surgeries. Wait, I have to go up. It's in there. Yeah, brain surgeries are scary, and I hope I'll never have to take one. Unless it's very necessary, of course, but yeah. Right, I have to go up first. Because the air above is... dirty, yes. Stop that. Stop that. Let's see. Maybe there's more items in here. I love that there are two sections in this level. There is... let me... controls are right. One on the left and one on the right. The one on the left is full of vegetations, while the one on the right is full of meat. I kind of love the direction they were going for this level. I have a childhood fear of surgeries, and being awake during one sounds terrifying. You and me both. I remember I had to undergo surgery where they had to put something in my eardrums for... I don't know, I don't remember what it was, but it was necessary for hearing stuff, I think. Or health-related stuff, but they were... I was very young at the time, so the doctors are explaining to a group of kids, me included, what these procedure would be like. So they put you to sleep first before doing any operations, and one of the questions I asked is, if I hold my breath, well, what would happen? And the doctors will say, well, the machine always wins. I don't know why I asked that question, but yeah, I just did. Ugh, it is gooey and sticky. I hope nothing... Oh, well, there we go again, boys. Ooh. Alright, let's do this. I can't do... Get him. Oh man, I'm actually gonna die. Ugh. I've talked about this section before in the previous stream. Anyway, so they were explaining the procedure, and when I woke up, I thought I was back at home, but I woke up in one of the recovery rooms in a hospital. But being awake...
Acting Chief Engineer.
Temple!
I came down here to find Dr. Elizabeth Cross, but she's not here. In fact, I can't find anyone. Just more of this organic shit everywhere. I'm going to check the mining deck. It's about the only place I haven't looked yet.
Fucking love this. Yeah. I think there's a movie about being awake during heart surgery, but I don't remember what's it called. Oh man, this is fun. Oh. Alright, let me put you out of your misery. Wait. At least he's kind of dead. Actually, now I think about it, I have been awake during a surgery. It was for my wisdom teeth. So, I think in America, or at least somewhere there, if you want your wisdom teeth removed, they sedate you to hell and back. Oh man, this is loud. I was talking about sedatives during a wisdom tooth removal surgery. There you go. I remember hearing about somebody who woke up during surgery when they weren't supposed to, but they couldn't move or talk, so that does. Oh yeah. That was what the movie was about. And I don't know what happens to a person when they are aware of or are being awake during a surgery while the doctors can't hear them. I'm actually fascinated by the topic, but also scared to look it up. That I might be scared of surgery too. Then again, I've had surgeries before, and I was even awake before that, for medical reasons. But during a heart surgery, ugh. I was, man, I can't think with all these babies flying around.
Switch now. There's a goal to restart the oxygen recycling. Once the air's clean, you can get into food storage.
Oh, for crying out loud, where?
Isaac, I've been reading these reports. The crew all began having mass hallucinations. And... well, I just saw my brother on a security monitor. And that's just not possible.
Oh, Kenra has a brother. Right, I was talking about the surgery I was awake for. Yeah, in America they sedate you to hell and back for a wisdom tooth removal. But here in Europe land, you get sedated just enough that you can't feel anything. I kind of wish that they also sedate me to hell and back, but on the other hand, it's well, to me at least, it was an interesting experience to be awake during a wisdom tooth removal. They had to... I'm sorry for saying something. I don't know if anyone is squeamish, but I'll say it anyway. They had to saw one of my wisdom tooth in half and to be able to pull it out. I get to keep it as a reminder, I think. It's nice, it's nice. But yeah, after the surgery, I had to cycle back home while being half sedated. So it's either wait it out or just go cycle back home. I wasn't alone, luckily, so if anything would happen, then it'll be fine. But yeah, after the surgery, my cheek is swollen really badly. But after, I think, a week or two, it subsided a little bit. So my face isn't like permanently swollen, luckily. I was a bit embarrassed about it, but I'm happy that I got it over with the wisdom tooth removal. I'm feeling inside my mouth right now, and it's like now I have extra space in my mouth. Oh, they also had to stitch the inside of my mouth with this weird stitches that would dissolve after a couple of weeks, and the smell was terrible. I'm feeling in my mouth right now, and I can't feel any residue of the stitches anymore. So it's like they healed up quite nicely. But man, it smelled awful, and I'm glad I've never kissed anyone with while having stitches before. So, oh, it's weird. The stitches that would dissolve after a couple of weeks. I guess it only makes sense that they would smell really bad. I don't know what material they use for those dissolvable stitches, but it works. Wait, am I finished with all of this? Wait, that's the inventory. Yeah, I think I'm finished. Right. Oh boy. Yeah, bouncy balls. I should upgrade the force shotgun. Man, it's been well since this game came out, and so far it holds up really well. Wait, is this the part where I get ambushed? Alright, one way to find out. No, alright, good. Nicole, I'm coming for you, babe. Yeah, everything is green. Green, clean, in a machine. I'm terrible with rhyming, but I'm trying. Keep this, sell this. Keep this, keep this. I might keep these, actually. Force energy, yeah, move this away. Pulse rounds, plasma energy. I can actually. I'll save the rest of the stuff and save. Only playing this for 1.5 hours, but let's see. This is chapter 6. I might be able to get to chapter 8, or maybe even finish the game. But I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Food storage lockdown lifted.
Yeah. That looks gross. Look at this build-up to whatever is behind that door.
Hydroponics log, this is Dr. Cross. It's hard for me to believe what I'm seeing here. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to the mining deck. I hear that's where survivors are gathering. Jacob, I'll wait for you there.
I love the characters Jacob Temple and Elizabeth Cross. And I'm kind of sad that you never get to meet them. Wait, what? Oh shit, I accidentally put this in the... I did it, I killed him.
Damn it. The poison wasn't strong enough. It's still alive. Get in there and kill it before it contaminates the entire ship.
Alright, I love this section in the game. Let's reload every weapon available. I'm never getting my wisdom teeth taken out because 1, they fortunately don't bother me, and 2, surgery. Yeah, I feel ya. I'm not too scared of surgery, as long as it's like, oh, this thing. Oh god. Run. I missed.
go.
I was about to say surgeries. Surgeries aren't that bad. I mean, I guess it depends on where you are. Let me slowly nose you my way here. Thing. Last. Wait, why is it full? Thing. I think I'm gonna save my contact beam for this thing. Oh boy, run. No! Shit! Fuck! Go, Isaac! This is nuts. Alright, how am I going to do this? I'm not gonna... Oh, he's leading his shots. I'm gonna switch over to this thing. Oh, I hit him. Do it again, do it again. Yeah. I love this boss fight. I wish there were more boss fights in the sequel. Oh, no, no. Come on. Come on. Open wide. Wait, did it do it? Man, that went way easier than I thought. Whoa.
Isaac, you did it. Hammond, do you read? Oxygen levels are returning to normal. Damn it. He's gone again. No sign of his rig anywhere. It's up to us now. I've got a plan to get off this ship. I've located an SOS beacon on the mining deck. If you can get down there and activate it, we might be able to send a distress call. Oh God. I don't know how much longer the door will hold.
Oh, spooky. Yeah, I'm grabbing that thing. Anything else? Man, this thing is huge. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, there's something else. Plenty of ammo in here. Someone is losing their mind. This is such a cool section of the game. You can just walk around the walls and just start blasting the giant space sphincter. This say. Do a once over. No items that I. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Can never hurt to get more items, but I think I'm full of items anyway. Yeah. Look at that. I can start a pharmacy with the amounts of healing items I have in my inventory. This thing's freaky. And we'll finally get to the mining deck. It's also one of my favorite sections in the game. Yeah, let's store some stuff in the store. Let's stuff some store in the stuff. Stuff some Let's keep one. Let's keep one of these. Let's move this. Let's move this. Look at this. I am just full of healing items that I've never used before. I think in the last part of the game, I'm going to start selling all of them and start upgrading everything in my inventory. Every weapon, every suit. Well, not the level 6, level 5 suit, but more the health and the air. That should be it. Yeah. Is there any other place that I need to go first? Nah, you know what? Let's go. Alright, Hammond just fucking disappeared. Station. Oh. It's kind of weird that some people are required to remove their wisdom teeth. When you think about it, it's part of the human body, but you have to remove it for health reasons. I mean, look at you for not needing to get it removed, but it kind of sucks for me to have it removed. Yeah, that's also a weird thing with the human anatomy, I suppose. Is there anything that I... Wait? No, nothing. I thought I saw something. Chapter 6. I don't remember what's in Chapter 8. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Is it required? I thought it was an option. Maybe that's what I was thinking. That it's an option to get it removed.
This may be our last chance of getting out of here alive, Isaac. There's an asteroid loaded up in the mining bay waiting to be smelted. If you attach the SOS beacon to it, you can launch it away from the ship to make a clean broadcast. The beacon's on the maintenance subdeck. You can launch the asteroid from the control room. Damn. The control room is locked. It looks like they keep an emergency access key on the processing subdeck. Couldn't be easy, could it? I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Flash. Available May 1st. What is this thing even advertising? Whatever. I don't remember... Welcome to the mining deck! I don't remember if I had an option to get it removed. I thought this was like a necessary thing to get it removed. Secret. I don't remember. Maybe they put too much in the sedatives to make me forget. I love the industrial look they got going for in this game. You have the clean sections in the hydroponics level, and the med bay as well. Then you have these very rough-looking industrial sections of the game. This kind of stuff really reminds me of Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and Abe's Exodus. They also really have this nice... Wait, can I... How many notes do I have? 4. Alright, let's get... I think it's like a 90s thing of doing the industrial style in video games. But then again, this game came out in 2008, I think? Not sure. I can upgrade a force gun. Like pop, pop, pop. Speed, capacity, and damage. Or... do pop, pop, pop. Or... pop, pop. You know what? I'll wait. See, for now the plasma cutter is doing really well. Alright. I think I'm gonna try streaming Oddworld sometime. Oh. You need a hand? Guess he needs a round of applause.
The mining subdeck is offline for some reason, Isaac. I'll see if I can run a bypass.
Wait, where do I go? Maintenance? Processing. Well, I have to go to... Just turn... to processing. Alright. Then let's go to... maintenance. This is actually really good. Oh, God. Alright, gotta deliver. Oh, hey. Alright, any more volunteers? Ah, you son of a bitch. Ah, you fucking asshole. Oh wait, that one's dead. There's another one. This is a beat 'em up level. I'm gonna pop another one out. Oh, I saw that. Oh, that's what I've been hearing all the time. Fixed it. Alright. Timestamp says go up. But I'm gonna explore this area first. Oh. Oh god, no. Come here. God. No, no, stop that, stop. Phew. Oh man, I actually hung him up. That thing is freaky looking. I shouldn't play with the corpses too much.
Dr. Kyne, what the hell are you doing? Ah, get back! Come any closer and I'll shoot him. Give me the access codes to the cargo bay. You idiot! This is processing. Why the hell would I have codes to cargo? Don't lie to me. I'm sick of everyone lying to me. It is imperative that I get the marker. Give me those codes. I don't have them. Is this what you did to the captain? Go on. Shoot me if you've got the balls. Idiots! It's the only way to stop it. The only way to end it. He's completely lost it. Somebody call security.
I think the purpose of this audio log was you're supposed to go to processing first before you go to maintenance. And if you go to maintenance first, then this is a subtle way to... Man, look. Whee! I think it's a subtle way to tell the player that you're on the wrong level. You need to go to a different level. What the hell is that noise? Oh! There you go. I'll save you first before I'll continue on forward. Into the void. Before I'll... Oh man, I have a lot of... I'm gonna go back to the store because I'm... Wait, hang on. Where is the store? The nearest one is... right over there, I see. You know what? In the previous stream, I mentioned that the map is useless. But it's actually very handy to just figure out where you need to go. Wait, am I... Is it locked? Oh yeah, it is locked. Alright, so the store that's nearest is locked. But I can go over there, but it's a long way. Or I can just go all the way up the elevator. Wait, no, is it? Yeah, alright. Let's go all the way up. Because screw it. And while we're moving up, I'm gonna talk about... I don't know. Oh yeah, I was considering streaming Oddworld again, but I'm not sure if OBS can capture it. On the other hand, I did manage to get Beyond Good and Evil working on stream, and even have OBS capturing the footage of it. There shouldn't be too much issue. In Oddworld Apes Odyssey, the first Oddworld game, there is some... Yeah, it's an old game, so if you die, you respawn to the next checkpoint. But in the sequel, they added the quick save feature, so you can just... Yeah, just restart wherever you want. Then again, I've never completed the Oddworld games, but I'm very familiar with the games. Move, move, so move, move, move. No wait, actually, that is a lot of healing items. It's unreal. Burst energy, contact energy. All right, move this for a bit, and grab full stack of plasma energy. Let's see what I have. I still have a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, don't need that. Keep this. Might reload this. Alright. Fire reloads. 10. Alright, that's good. 50. That is good. 0. Alright, I thought so. I need to reload this. Now I have plenty of space in that space. I think I'm gonna save. Others have to do the whole thing again. I could play Oddworld on stream and maybe finish the game for the first time in my life, because I don't think I've ever completed it before. I've always sort of like dropped out of it, not because it's bad, but I don't know, maybe I got just sidetracked after a while, or something else came up, or whatever. It might be fun to go back at it again and finally finish the game for the first time in my life. Wait, huh? Right. Well, oh no, that's the door. I thought I saw something crawling.
This is Temple.
Temple.
I found Elizabeth, but there isn't a single space-worthy vessel in the whole goddamn bay.
Jacob, hurry up! We need to find a beacon.
There's gotta be one around here somewhere.
I love the side adventure of Jacob. Woo! It's a burger. Actually, I might just use... No. I'm okay. Stay back. Stay back. I fucking love the space shotgun. Wait, there's an item here. Or maybe I picked them up. Yeah, but I love the side story of Jacob Temple and Elizabeth Cross. I'm really curious about how they gonna do them in Dead Space remake. I'm hoping they'll do more than recreate the Jacob Temple and Elizabeth Cross section 1-to-1, but maybe that Isaac can interact with them in some way. I don't know. Guess only time will tell when they finally reveal it. Okay, come here. It's really cruel to stop the corpses just to make sure they won't come back alive. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I gotta go that way. First, I'm gonna just stomp each and every single one of these corpses. Just making sure. Yeah, alright, that should be it for this part of the map. I'm always just double checking for items, even though I'm probably... Oh, I still got some storage space. Alright, I'm gonna start using the plasma cutter again because I'm starting to get full. Before playing on impossible difficulty, I started with hard mode level 1 armor run because I couldn't get access to impossible difficulty. And I noticed... Oh boy. Stop this guy. Wait, he's missing his legs. Alright, that's a... Oh, hey. That's a detail that comes into play later. So I was playing the... I forgot my train of thought. I have a lot of things to keep in mind with this game. Yeah, one of the issues that I run is I'm running out of inventory space. That's a given. And I'm also... Oh. Man, scrolling is weird because it also affects the other screens on my laptop. Price G, QMAT. The switching here just got a lot worse. The gravity failure came in as we were collating asteroids, and one broke free of the graft beam and collided with a wall, getting two crew and split into chunks. They're free floating in the processing room, and we can't restore gravity to get the master key until they're cleared. We could really use some engineering help up here. I'm an engineer. Speaking of which, I think in the journal... Yeah, here's some interesting story bits of Isaac Clarke. Kendra located the mining access key on a processing subdeck. That must be where the mining supervisor died. I knew these men. I can't believe they're all dead. This little line right there makes me like Isaac because it also gives a little a little window to his character, even though he's completely silent to the entire game. And War Stories video that I mentioned in the previous stream, they had a pillar or game pillars that they need to abide to, or with that I mean rules that, like, the character Isaac should never talk, or they should have a dismemberment system, or you know, stuff that has to be in a game. And it's kind of weird and interesting that Isaac never talking is part of the pillars that they were discussing. Right, that's locked. This guy's dead, and there is some items. I could probably just pick them up from here, but oh no, I can't. All right.
Entering zero gravity.
And this
There's
place is
a
cool.
fail-safe on the processing control door. It won't open until gravity is restored. But you can't turn on the gravity until those boulders are cleared from the room. Maybe you can dump them into that gravity beam with your kinesis gun.
Now, how do I get over there? I know, I'll just run up the walls. Ninja run. I love doing that in this part of the game. Just pretend that I can just walk on walls. Oh. Where are you at? Where are you at? There are you at. Disappeared again. Oh, jeez, that's way too close. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see. Go. Stand still so I can just... Don't spam smack me with your tail. There's another one. I can jump into the beam. I'll have to be very careful not to. Have you seen any NPC that wasn't an enemy since the beginning of the game? As a matter of fact, I have. There are a couple of NPCs that aren't enemies. They're just like... there are a couple that are behind glass, so you can't really interact with them. There is Hammond that I encountered twice, one in the captain's nest and one in the previous level with the hydroponics, where he's almost choking to death with the stinky air. And there is one in a medical tech that is a lady who is just standing there laughing and nothing else. So yeah, there are quote-unquote friendly NPCs, but aside from Hammond, all of them are just really crazy. Oh, but also in the introduction part of the game, you come on board the Ishimura with Kendra, Hammond, and 2 other guys that are just really dead. Cool. So yeah, I guess those are the only friendly NPCs in the game, and all else are just enemies. Or very hungry. Actually, I don't think they eat, they just kill.
Anomaly destroyed.
No! Okay, there's oh, babies. Ow, how did that hit me? Can I? Okay. Yeah, wait, still alive. I'm done. Seems lonely. Yeah. This game invokes a sense of loneliness in a weird way. Throughout the entire game, you're being accompanied by Kendra and Hammond, and sometimes maybe someone else. Dr. Mercer, for example, but Dr. Mercer is an asshole. And you look, I'm bringing my friend with me. Let's bring you to safety, into the warmth fire. Come on. Yeah, just so only Hammond and Kendra are the friendly NPCs that are guarding you along the way, but you're the only one who's just trudging along the corridors with these zombie infested spaceship. Hello, man. Actually, I can also put this thing in there, but there might be something cool. Ammo, yeah, that's cool. Yay, corpse friend! It's actually kind of sad, making friends with corpses. Or if there's any dead corpses to make friends, then you can make them dead to be friends with. That is a scary thought. Oh. It's too far away. Marked. Yeah, there we go. It's dark. Alright, how am I doing for... Yeah, I'm just stacked with ammo. Alright, start... Pulse rifle. This might be a little bit of a spoiler for Dead Space 3, but it's nothing major. Actually, this might be a spoiler for Dead Space 1, but then again, it's an old game and everyone knows how it ends. I kind of want to talk about it, but then again, maybe I shouldn't, or at least not yet. Is that all? Oh, that was all. I love how everything just falls down. Oh boy. Alright, this is a gauntlet. Oh god. Excuse me. There's something behind me. Yeah. I love the exploding enemies. At least I love the sound effects thing. You fucking bitch. Stay back. Oh, perfect. Oh, good. Hop. Yeah. Oh, don't step in that. Freeze. Oh, perfect. There's another one over there. How am I doing for ammo? Great. I missed. Into the beam you go. What the hell? Is there another one? No, I'm safe. Get it. It's stuck. Come on, get in there. Oh wait. What? This is weird. Oh, I did it. Yay. Bye-bye. Oh man, it's like staring into the sun. Alright, I have to go in here, but there is a power node room that I want to enter before. Let's go. Danger thing. Oh, there's the anomalies counter. Cool. I never needed that one before, but it's handy to have. I think I have plenty of space left for some inventory. Right, that's good. Collect all of these. Stomp them for good measure, and off we go. Actually, how am I doing for health? I might use this. I use this. Alright, I'll try to empty out the contact beam because I have 2 shots with this thing. Wait, am I? Yeah, alright, this is good. The way to go. Cool. Find key access.
That's the key, Isaac. It'll get you into the control room so you can launch the asteroid. Don't forget to attach the beacon first. I read another report on the colonist dementia. It seemed to start after they removed the marker from the planet. God knows how long it was down there.
Oh, I am very quiet at the moment. I think I've run out of topics to talk about. Oh. Wait, this is one of the... Is it? Oh, jeez. Alright, you got me, you got me. In the beginning part of the game, there's the section where it turns... Oh, right. There's 2 legs and the rest of the corpse. I love the little environmental storytelling. How do you feel about Chimcan?
Please recycle any unused materials regularly. Thank you.
I have no idea what Chimcan is. Is it like a food? Like kimchi? Because I have chimki before. It's tasty, but it's like fermented hot spicy food. I like spicy food, but I'm not sure about kimchi in particular. Wait, is this something I've been... Yeah, I've had to go that way. Chimcan. Oh! Chimcan is chicken. I just misspelled it silly. I like chicken. As a matter of fact, before the stream I had some fried chicken before. Whoa! I missed. There's another one behind me, isn't it? Alright, before the stream I had some fried chicken before and it was tasty. Homemade fried chicken, mind you. I've never tried kimchi though, it looks good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, even though I don't eat it quite often, but the ones that I have is pretty good. My sister dearest, has made homemade kimchi before by putting it all in a jar and let it sit there for a while and ferment it. She can make some amazing stuff. She's a better cook than me. I can also cook some stuff myself, but I don't do it as often as she does. So in the end, she's the better chef. But yeah, the things that she cooks is really good, and the kimchi she makes, the custom-made kimchi is not that bad. But then again, I don't have any comparison to make. So her kimchi is the only kimchi that I've ever tried in my life. But I'll consider getting it somewhere else. Always follow the deck procedure. Yeah. I have a friend that also wanted to make fermented food by leaving it in a jar for a while until it's like tasty. But their family members keep throwing it away because they thought it was spoiled. So they just keep throwing away fermented fruit that is just perfectly safe to eat. Oh, right, I have to go in here. Right. I'm to save. In my household, we got like 3 working fridges. I don't know why. Actually, I do know. Oh no, rest in peace. Yeah, I know. I think they sorted it out. Grab the healing item that's just sitting right there. This away. Yeah, I was about to say about... I forgot. I think I have to focus really well in this part of the game. Got it. Alright, I got it. Oh, man, I really have to focus. Alright, yeah, we have 3 working fridges. 2 of them are in the shed behind the house, and the shed is actually a makeshift mini bar. Like, sometimes we throw parties in there when we have visitors coming over, friends, family, whatever, and we can just chill out in the shack. It's very cozy. It has electricity. It has even radio. We can just put on songs, and a lot of liquor, and booze and alcohol and what have you. But not for me. It's more for my dad and family members. I'm basically the only one that doesn't. My girlfriend.
Is that really you?
It's me.
It feels like it's been so
Here's a
long,
friendly NPC. It's Nicole.
but I can help you now. Come with me.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I'm kind of stuck in this cage. I'm full of inventory items. I can drop this. I can use this. No, I can't. I can pick this up. Start using. Yeah, know what? I think I'll stick to the plasma cutter for now. Alright, I'm really full on ammo.
The beacon's in the storage room next to you. I think I could disable the lock from here. Hold on.
Alright. Open it up. Yeah, alright. Oh no, my girlfriend. I'll save you, honey. We recently got a new fridge, but oh boy. Get away from my girlfriend, she's mine. But it has a water dispenser built into it, so we can just have like fresh, cool water always. But the freaking thing just broke, even though we got it only for... No. Get away from her. Oh, hey, hello. We only got the new fridge for a day. It already broke, even though everything else is like functional. The water dispenser is just... Oh, that's way too close. Ow. Don't worry, honey, I got you. Oi! Ah, she got hit. There's a little pip of her health gone.
Okay, the door's unlocked.
She just kicked one down the thing.
But I'll find a way. I love you.
Love you too.
This will all be over soon.
Yes. She just walked through the corpses. Yeah. Yeah, but in order to fix the fridge with the broken water dispenser, we had to send it back. Is that what you're saying?
Isaac. Hey, I lost your signal for a while. You had me worried. I see you've got the beacon, so head for the mining bay and attach to the asteroid. I've been running trajectory calculations, and if we launch soon, there's a good chance the asteroid can reach a safe distance to begin transmitting. Still no sign of Hammond. In his state, I can't imagine he's still alive.
Look, it's a level 4 suit, so I can finally upgrade my inventory space. Oh, it's full. Well, I guess I have to leave it behind. Can I pick these up? Yeah, I'll leave. Actually, can I? Yeah, sure, I'll pick this up and pick this up. Right, let's go. For a second, I thought the monster became her pet and was following her. That would be interesting if that actually happened. Because then you're thinking, wait a minute, Nicole, is there something you aren't telling me? Let's see. Use this and bring this with me. I can shoot a couple of times with the force gun. Wait, is it a good idea to use a force gun in this section? Come on. I got him. Get away from me, you baby. Ah. This is very hard to aim. Just throwing balls at them. It works though. I missed. Wait, actually, let me use this thing. Got him. Come on. Yeah. And anyone else? No, wait, what? You don't scare me. Ugh. Man, the force gun isn't even upgraded and it still kicks ass. Can't go back, but I have to be very careful not to accidentally go back because this section is really long. Alright, let's check. Yeah, that's actually pretty okay. In that case, I'll have to use this thing for a while. Speaking of cooking, I sometimes cook for the family, but that is very rare for that to happen. It's not because I don't want to, but it's mostly because you are still alive. I missed! Oh, you bastard! No! Don't shoot. Okay, wait. Charge the thing. Blast him. Right, it's not because I don't want to cook, but mostly it's because it's I usually don't have time to prepare, because cooking takes some time of. Just want to give you a little smooch.
It was a security lockdown, although I don't think it helped them.
Forceful smooch.
And the key, head over there. It looks like the asteroid is held in place by some gravity tethers. You have to knock those out before you can launch it.
Can do. Yeah, mining, right. That guy is very handsy. I kind of like the QuickTime events when the enemies get close to you, so you just have to mash the E key just to get them off you. Oh boy, this part. Fucking babies. Look, speaking of which. Da-da-da-da-da. And it's a home run. Ugh. Alright, I took some damage, but I think I'm okay. Let's see. Yeah, sure, let's use the large health pack. Grab the thing and leave. Alright, I have 2 shots with the contact beam. I'll use it first. I have to go there, but I can't go there because this thing is locked. Hazard exposed hazard power shock. What even is this place? Whoa. There we go. No! I just want to pick up the... Alright, hang on. I can fix this. There we go. I fixed it. Yeah, sure.
Processing log.
Oh, this guy.
Supervisor Second Engineer Dallas reporting. This will be my last report. I've seen what they do to the bodies, what they become. I can't let that happen to me.
Can I take a
If
sip?
I don't have any limbs, I won't be able to kill anyone when I'm infected. Please tell Dawn and the kids that I love them. Please! Oh God! God! No! One more. One more.
Alright, so this guy just he just... Oh, another mimic. He just... I think he only cut off his legs and 1 arm. But he probably could still convert into a necromancer. Yeah, I know. Damn. Wanna see something cool? I'm gonna upgrade my stuff. I have 5 paranoids. Alright, let's consider my options. I could upgrade the contact beam. Don't really want to. I could upgrade the force gun. Oh, that's what it was though. Yeah. That he said. I saw what they did to the bodies, so he just decided to prevent himself being resurrected by the infectors. He's gonna just cut off his limbs. But the thing that I'm picturing him doing it is he just only cut off both his legs and 1 arm, and then he still has 1 arm left. Unless he can just kind of bend his arm and just cut it off like that with the plasma cutter. Force gun. I kind of want to go for speed. Then again, maybe if I kinesis, range, stasis, maybe. Pulse rifle. Can't go wrong with pulse rifle. Decisions. Again, I could just leave it like that. Or 1, 2, 3 in speed. Really good, actually. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll leave 1. Yeah, sure. There we go. Fully upgraded. Well, fully upgraded. Slightly upgraded. Oh god, I forgot. I knew it was gonna happen, but I totally forgot what I was talking about the audio log, so you successfully distracted me. Oh man, I'm full of ammo. Alright, I'm gonna empty this one first, and then... Wait, hang on. Where does this thing lead? Alright, let me save first. Oh, actually, I could just dump this stuff, so I don't have to throw anything away. Yeah, it's kind of hot in here, but I'll be fine. Oh, yeah. Sell. Move. Let's move this. Let's move this as well. Move this and keep the rest. Alright. I was talking about the guy who's cutting off his own limbs. It's not a pretty sight. Also, I think that's also one of the design pillars of this game. That they do interactive cutscenes. I think that's what they call it. It's the same style as the Half-Life games, where the cutscene plays and you'll be able to just walk around while the cutscene is playing. And this, oh, it's locked. Well, I guess I'm not going in here. And that's what they kind of did with this game as well. The cutscenes are playing, but you can still just move around, and it gives this weird immersion feeling, I want to say. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, wait. I have to grab this thing. Yeah, you won't fool me. Should I already saved, I think. Wait, what's that? There's another one. Oh! Wait, he died. I'll take it. Actually, I should be removing the... There you go. Otherwise, if I forget about them, then I'll probably accidentally just blow myself up with the things that they're leaving behind. There we go. I fucking love the exploders. They are very distinctive, the sounds that they make. Like they go yeah, and then you know immediately what kind of enemies what enemy types you're encountering. Oh yeah, this part. Actually, do I have... No, I put them away. Alright, but that's okay. That's okay. The hell is that? Oh, I picked up a plant crack went smoothly from this end, although there do seem to have been problems plant side, and we temporarily lost contact with the colony. First, rock ball was extracted from the tectonic load approximately 1 hour after plant crack and has been processed, refined and smelted. Results have been exceeded even optimistic initial estimates. Normal recovery is around 35% mineral, 5% fossil, 60% waste, but material from the first ball was 65% mineral and 0% fossil, in line with expectations. That is 6.5 tons of ore from a 10-ton ball. Assuming it's not an anomaly, we've hit a model load. Imagine finding fossil in outer space. That means there are alien dinosaurs at some point. It's not far off, but yeah, you never know. Space is very big. Anything could be getting out there. Ooh.
Entering zero gravity.
I don't think there are any infectors in 0G, so I won't be doing that. I love this part of the game. In the development phase of... Oh man, this is very loud. Oh. It's Black One. I think I'm gonna have to go with the contact going. I see you. I see you. Dead. Wait, he's still alive. Dead. I'm out of ammo. Yeah. What was I about to say? Right, the development. When they were just goofing around with the engine of this game, they started just placing large moving objects in a level to see how it looks like. And it... God... Get out of here. Ow. Right, let's leave. I want this thing. Right, so they were just placing randomly large moving objects in the level to see how it looks, and the result speaks for itself. Right, so you can just shoot it like that without needing to use stasis on the thing. That's one. Maybe I can snipe the other one from here. See if that works. Actually, let me just a little bit closer. Yeah, I got him. First try. Down, stop it, collect the rewards. Got me one shot, one opportunity. Or shots. I can empty out the pulse rifle first before moving forward. I have to be very careful. Also, I didn't upgrade the air on my suit, so I have to move fast. Let this move. Go time.
Entering vacuum.
Oh boy. Oh, you fucking... Where are you? Where are you? I don't have time. Just open up and let me blast you out into fucking outer space. Alright. Let's do a little bit of exploration in this level. Normally you're supposed to slow this thing down, but what I do is just blast them once with the force code and you automatically just hit them. Alright, there. This part should be safe, so I can just... Actually, is this the top of the ship or the bottom? Or maybe this is the side of the ship? I'm not entirely sure. Wait, what? God. Quick, I only have 25 seconds until I just choke. Maybe I should have upgraded the air. I could probably still do it, but I don't think it's really necessary at this point. Then again, it would make life easier if I just went and did it. I didn't even need to use the stasis. Oh! Got him. In Dead Space 2, you can shoot off the blades of the necromorphs, pick them up with kinesis, and just launch it back at them. And I think that is a very cool system they implemented in the game. And it also saves ammo. Well, I mean, of course. Back. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Let's go. Is this part safe? I'd like to think it is. Wait. This battery should be just broken at this point by the heat and rough environment that it's been through. Dinner in 10 minutes. Nice. There we go. Yeah, you know what. Let's upgrade the air. I think I can upgrade it twice. Let's see. By 20 seconds. So I got a minute and 40 seconds of extra air. Oh shit. I don't have any power nodes. But I can buy more. Let's buy more power nodes then. Alright, let's double check the inventory. I got double stasis packs, so I have to move on. How many stasis packs do I have? I keep picking them up, but just leaving them. Sell this. I guess I can just bring this with me. This is nuts. Look at how many stasis packs I have. I guess I'm very efficient when it comes to yeah, items, I suppose. Wait, I have 100 plasma energy. Oh, because I keep using them. Right. 100 pulse rounds. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Alright, let's buy some power nodes. Let's buy... yeah, let's see. 90,000, 80,000, 50,000, and then I have to... I'll keep the rest of the credits, because you never know. Maybe I'm just full of items, because I'm only wearing my level 1 suit. Oh, the sound is working up for some reason. Alright, let's see what we got. I can leave the plasma cutter for now, or maybe just put 2 in speed, or 1 in reload. 2 in reload, actually. It's not really an issue. Can further upgrade the force gun, but this thing doesn't really do much damage in comparison. I guess I could just focus on the pulse rifle. Let's see, 25 points. That means... oh, excuse me. There we go. Let's see. This gives 100, 125, 150, 175. Sounds pretty good. And I can just keep increasing the damage as well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, or 5. Hang on, I can either ignore this part or this part. Because if I want to fully upgrade this thing, then I can probably skip this part. No, wait. If I look closely, I can fully upgrade this weapon by ignoring at least 2 nodes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this thing never gets inserted. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can ignore this one and this one, and maybe one of these as well. So I don't have to use... it'll save up of 3 power nodes. But that's only if I want to fully upgrade this thing. As for the plasma cutter, yeah, alright. This and this can be ignored. This can be ignored. This probably. And this as well. Yeah, okay. Maybe I can fully upgrade the plasma cutter. Yeah, why not? Why not? Alright, let's see. I can ignore this. Or ignore this. Alright, I'm gonna try maximize the damage. So it's 1, 2, 3. I can... sure. Extra in speed. And 2 left. There we go. Now it's a beast of a plasma cutter. I can even buy... Alright, let's do it. Let's fully upgrade the plasma cutter, because I have the money and resources to actually do it. And afterward, I can just focus all my other power nodes on other stuff as well. This is going great. I've been saving up for a while. Now it's time to cash in. Alright, for starters, I don't think I'll need this many medium med packs in my life. So I'm gonna start selling some of them. I can always use the small med pack for small health. Stasis pack, I don't think I'll need this many stasis packs. Let's leave 3. And let's see what I can do for ammo. Force energy. Oh, let's start selling a couple of these. Ripper blades. I don't think I'll ever use this. But the Ripper's actually a pretty good, decent weapon to use. But I'm happy with the setup that I have right now. I'll save it. Flame fuel, and I'll save it. Pulse rounds, line racks. I might keep the line racks because the line gun is actually pretty good. The line gun basically goes through multiple enemies. Alright. Oh crap, I forgot to buy some power nodes. I have 80,000 credits. Let's see what I can buy with that. Oh. Scroll. Power node. There we go. I keep 10,000 just in case I need to buy a specific item. Alright. Plasma cutter. Alright, I can't ignore these two. I can't ignore this thing. So I'll need 4. And then it's fully upgraded. Yeah, okay. Just put it in there and put it in there. And that's it. This is how I predicted. It's fully upgraded. And I didn't need to insert nodes in these parts. Because it is already connected. There you go. A fully upgraded plasma cutter. Now I can start looking into upgrading something else. I think I'm gonna... Wait, huh? I thought I already did this. Oh no, because I ran out of power nodes. Ah, screw it. I can just put in another one. Ah, screw it, let's do it. Yeah, now I got a lot of health points, hit points. I've always thought that HP stands for health points, but it's most likely hit points. I think both is applicable. Alright, I want to at least carry 1 power node. As for this, I can leave it like this, and if I need another item, I can just start selling some of this stuff. Large stasis, pulse, plasma cutter. Yeah, alright, this is okay, this is okay. Look at this thing. This thing is a beast. Alright, I think I'm gonna stack up on plasma ammo. There we go, and I'm ready to go. Sorry it took so long, but it's kind of fun just to consider my options and strategize a little bit before going further into the game. And I love games where you can just... where you can just do that. Especially games where you can just like do crazy crazy character builds and do some nuts. Oh boy. This thing is very meaty all of a sudden. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was messing around with the sound of my speakers because I think I'm gonna need some new speakers. Let's start stomping these because I don't trust corpses anymore. Yeah, get him, get him. Oh, there's another power node. Probably sort of safety 10,000, but that's alright, that's right. Now I have an extra. I think that is about it. And away you go.
Payload 8772 launched.
Beacon's on its way. All functions normal and broadcasting wideband. Now we just have to hope somebody's listening. I'll position the array receiver. I thought I saw my brother again. He waved to me, like nothing was wrong. Okay. I should be able to leave this channel open. What? The comms array receiver isn't responding. Isaac, can you get back to the bridge? We need that array online or we can't receive signals from anyone responding to the beacon.
Oh yes, the whole reason why we're here to fix the comms array. Comms array? I don't know. Alright, let's leave. Or not. Well, they can only come through the fence, so I'll be saved in here. Ah, come on. Oh! Can't believe they still managed to sneak up on. No, there's another one. Look how meaty this thing is. It just releases flashes of light. I love the plasma cutter. It's such casually mentioned broader hallucination. You're right. It's actually a very weird thing to mention casually. I thought I saw my brother again. Well, I think at this point in the game, they are aware of the stuff happening on the ship. That a lot of people are suffering from hallucinations, and it's also a hint of events later are happening down the line. Well, I think I'm good with the workbench for now. Wait. Gun? Empty this thing out. And then switch over to the pulse rifle. I think I'm gonna focus on the pulse rifle because the pulse rifle is actually a really good weapon to upgrade. Especially since it has rapid fire. You could arguably replace the pulse rifle, or replace the plasma cutter with the pulse rifle. What's that noise? Right, I have to go up. Is there anything else I need to do here? Nah. Alright, preparation. No, I look at Isaac. Was he already this goddamn? Oh god, where the hell did you come from? God, the jump scares in the game is so good. It's... Oh no. Ah, you bastard. Where are you? Did I get him? Yes. Think I got him. Alright, let's use one of these stasis packs that I just probably won't ever use ever again. Alright, I think I emptied out the rest of the guns, so I'll bring another stack of plasma energy with me. Oh, you know what? I'll take this one. And leave the rest. I could probably just... Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll probably encounter more ammo on the way. Danger, danger. It's a quiet stream today. Man, I think a lot of the streamers that I follow is doing their own thing, so everyone is just focusing on that. This is just a spur of the moment kind of thing that I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. Oh, look at that secret! Nice. So I don't mind it. It's like nice and cozy, like a very quiet stream today. Also, this is also to record my progress if anyone wants to rewatch the VOD. Rewatch the VOD, if ever. Hey, look, I managed to reach chapter 8. Alright, I might stop after chapter 8 and then do chapter 9, 10, 11, and... Actually, maybe I'll just continue to chapter 9. Oh,
Things are looking up. A military ship just docked in. The USM Valor.
look, I have Kenner's face.
It must have gotten our distress signal. We can't talk to it until the comms array is fixed. I'm gonna hack the door to communications for you. Get in there and find the comms control station.
Oh, right, the military section of the game. I think that's in the next chapter. Or this one, I don't know. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try complete chapter 9 and then call it quits for today. Wait, what? Try to look inside, but there's nothing there. I get the feeling I need more ammo. Yeah, alright, this should be fine. It's gonna lock me out again. Oh, right. Previously this thing was just open, but now it's just it drew shut. What's in here? Nah, nothing else. I've looted the oh, I missed a box. Yeah, sometimes the items just reappear in areas that you've already been. You might notice that some of the... Oh boy. Great. I'm out of ammo. Is there another one? No, alright. It's just easier to just start blasting at the exploded parts of them. Then, well, you could also just cut off the arm, but it's way faster if you just shoot at the exploded bits. Whoa, that's way too close. Shit. That's a lot of contact energy now I look at it. Alright. I probably should have used stasis on them. But I got through it without it, because I'm cool. Wait, the quarantine isn't still lifted. Where's the... I think I'm losing my hearing. Oh! There we go. Ugh. Yeah, alright, what I was saying, some of the lockers or chests are locked, but when you return to the same area, they unlocked, or for whatever reason. I think that's kind of a clever way to make sure that the player doesn't pick up all the items when he has to return to the same area. So they just put them in chests and lockers that unlocks after a certain event or something. Hey, I could probably go back to the captain's nest. You know what, let's check it out, because last time that I visit here... Oh, it's locked. Yeah, well, never mind then. Get that away. Oh, interesting. Level 1 is locked out. I think levels below are just...
Isaac, the door to communications is open. But I've been getting some weird feedback spikes on the local comms. I think someone's listening in on us, so be careful.
Mercer. I think the area below us is just full of that organic stuff that's been growing and growing. Alright. Yeah, I've plenty. I might use more of the stasis stuff. Oh god. Ah, you bastard. Alright, let's retreat. You fucking... Oh, careful, careful. There we go. How do I do this? Alright, I'll use the pulse rifle. Those things are horrible. Ow! That hurt. There you go. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Alright, it doesn't hurt when they die. I'll just use that one. Reload this. Check ammo. Alright, I think I should be good. You okay, buddy? Oh. Is he dead? Oh, he fell to pieces. Yeah, I got him. Such a cool enemy. If you kill him, he fall apart into multiple individual pieces. Can't believe it introduces me to a brand new enemy in... Is this chapter 8? Yeah, this is chapter 8. Get this thing out. Get in there. How many power nodes do we have? 2. No, I'll save and continue onwards. I think after this I have to do 4 chapters. You know what? I changed my mind. I think after this chapter, then I'm gonna call it quits. I could raid someone, but there's too few people to actually do it.
First comms operator Bailey reporting. The ship is under attack, but request to issue a distress call has been repeatedly denied by Captain Matthias.
What?
He won't say it, but everyone on the bridge knows why. This is an illegal operation in a prohibited system. We've all known for months, and we kept our mouths shut. Not anymore. Mayday! 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 This is USG Ishimura. This is... What the hell?
What the hell?
I don't believe this. The whole comm system is offline. Now he's gone too far. Bailey out.
Captain, what are you doing? This part also reminds me of Oddworld. The lifts... Is it a tram section, I guess? This really doesn't scare me because the the corpse was already in plain sight before it even revealed. But I think back when the game came out, it looks really good. But I guess that's what happens when you play this on a high-end laptop where the graphics are just upgraded automatically.
Communications array offline. A
Oh,
service
this part.
technician has been notified.
That comms array is in bad shape. We need at least 6 working dishes for
I thought it was a
strong enough
glitch,
signal.
Rip.
Make sure they're aligned symmetrically
Yeah,
so there are no power
I
gaps.
think it's glitched, but it still is functional, luckily. Medium air... I might just leave that. I don't need air. I mean, I could pick it up, but I wouldn't be able to... Well, I am able to use it, but I won't use it, because I've never used the air cans before. And there we go. Alright, let's get this over with. Yeah, not power node. Could upgrade something else, but I'm trying to think of what. Go. Yeah.
Entering zero gravity.
Alright, there's a lot of things happening here. Let's see if I can take this guy out first. Damn it, he moved. Right over there. Oh, he's coming over. Freeze. Oh, are you? You want some too, huh? Are you? Another one. Lost the plasma cutter. It's so bad. Can I punch this? Come on, Isaac. Backhand. I'm gonna go back and recharge the stasis module. Go, 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 go.
Exiting zero gravity.
And there we go. There's something I want to show. If you look into the ceiling, you'll notice something. Actually, I'll show it.
Entering zero gravity.
Let's go downward and look up. There is meat growing all over, and later, after you're finished with this section, you'll know what that meat part actually is. Alright, let's start engineering this shit. This is the reason why, the entire reason why Isaac and the gang is on board the ship. To do this part. Remove that. No, that's good, that's good. There's some stuff over there. Meaty walls, yeah. Kind of reminds me of the Wall of Flesh in Terraria. Flash walls. Is that a common trope in horror games or horror media? I don't think I've seen it in anything other than video games. I think Silent Hill has a Wall of Flesh. Terraria has that as a boss. Dead Space has it as an obstacle. I think the PlayStation 2 game, I think PlayStation 2, maybe PlayStation 1, has the game Extinction or Extermination. I forgot what platform it was on, but this was a fairly old game that also deals with all kinds of crazy monsters, and it's basically based off the movie The Thing. I have to go over there. It also has flash walls sometimes. I very vaguely remember that game. I watched my uncle play it, and he has to fight a boss that. Ooh.
Messages can now be received.
That's it. It's working.
Yeah, no,
Get
I'm
back to
an
your
engineer.
stations and use the control panel to send our coordinates to the Valor.
Oh. Yeah. My uncle was fighting a boss in the game Extermination that is essentially an arm on a wall, and he had trouble defeating that thing from what I vaguely remember. Years later, I remember the game, but I don't know what the name of it was. So I was like, I was thinking of what it was, and I eventually discovered it was the game Extermination. I could play it because it, from what I understand, it's received fairly well. I'm not sure. I don't think I can play. Oh hey.
USM Valor, widecasting on all frequencies to USG Ishimura in response to your SOS. We've picked up your escape pod number 47 and are en route to your position. This message will repeat every 30 seconds until you respond.
Escape pod? Wait a minute.
Isn't that the escape pod Hammond jettisoned? One of those things was on board. No. No, this isn't going to happen. USM Valor. Come in, Valor. Our signal isn't strong enough. I'm going to open the blast doors to boost the signal.
Error. Blast door blockage detected. Please contact a repair technician.
Yeah, there's meat on the blast doors.
There's something big on the hull of the ship, directly above the comms array. Something organic. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. We have to get the doors open to transmit to the Valor. You should have a clear shot from ADS Cannon 48. Get to the cannon and blow it out into space.
Can do. Yeah, I'll leave the medium air cannon. I don't need air on a spaceship in space. Alright, you're gonna love this part. Wait for it. Squish. It's kind of weird that one of those babies pop up and start getting run over by the tram. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize you could slow down the elevator. Loki wanted a little meaty alien friend. Oop. I mean, what would you feed a meaty alien friend? A little meaty alien friend. Do you feed it more meat so it can just either stay alive or grow in size? Actually, I can start upgrading some stuff. Alright, I'm gonna start using this thing. Actually, should I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can upgrade the contact beam. That's gonna be fun. Actually, this thing has 4 shots. 5, 6, 7. And then it can increase speed, so I can ignore these two. Start. Hang on, maybe I can. No, I can ignore these 2 nodes and start upgrading from there. This and this are mandatory because then I can raise damage, and this. All right. A meaty alien friend. Or I just can continue the force gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck it, do it. Let's use this thing and start saving. No. On this thing. Wait, hang on. What? Why is this on medium? The hell? Alright, that is very strange. I need to double check. Options. Controls? That is very weird. Why did it change? It says medium. But I... Huh? Alright, that is very strange. I'll need to look into it. I can't continue until I completed the chapter. Maybe I'll have to replay the entire thing again until I reach the same part. I don't mind. It's just very weird that I suddenly switched to medium. Yeah, I know. That's very weird. What I could also try is mess around with the save files of the game and change the medium to impossible. Because I've recorded footage. I've recorded evidence that I started this game on impossible difficulty. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to rewatch the footage and check at what part it started to switch to medium. Because that is very weird. Also, I think this chest opened it on its own. Game wanted to chill too. Yeah. I guess I'm too hardcore for the game. Oh, remember the blasters being meaty? Well, here's the reason. Because there's something on top of it. Actually, let me check again. Is it still medium? It is. Hang on, it says 3 hours, but it shouldn't be 3 hours because I've been playing this for, I think, for 8 in total. Huh? That is very weird. How is this even possible? What? Is this like a rare instance of the game freaking out because I did something very specific in order to trigger it? I don't know. Oh boy. Alright, this thing is on top of the thing. Wakey wakey. Wait, what? Oh, I can shoot. Ew, tentacle monsters. Yeah. Let's stop. Come on. Use stasis to shoot fast-moving objects. Well, too bad I can't use stasis in outer space. I'm gonna start focusing on the tentacles because I don't care how much damage I take as long as this thing dies faster than me. Come on. Come on, reload. There we go. Got him. Yeah. Alright, this thing is gone.
USM Valor, this is Kendra Daniels on the USG Ishimura. Come in.
She's over
not
there.
open the escape pod. USM Valor, this is Kendra
Oh, there it
Daniels
is.
on USG Ishimura. Come in. Do not open the escape pod. Damn it! Respond.
Oh. Things are not looking good for the for the Space Marines.
Why did they open? Oh, damn it. Oh my god. It's headed right for us. Isaac! Isaac! Fuck out of there!
I love how Isaac is just chilling and let it happen.
Wish I could just talk to someone.
Nicole!
It's all falling apart here.
Hammond!
Isaac.
You're alive!
Isaac, are you there? Thank God you're alright. I've been trying to reach you. Someone's been blocking my rig signal remotely. A crash must have interrupted the signal block.
Hammond, where have you been?
Surviving. Barely. I found some med supplies and patched myself up. Listen. I'm calling aboard on the mission. Fuck the CEC and fuck the chain of command.
Yeah,
we
fuck
have to
him.
get the hell out of here. I think I've located a shuttle on the crew deck. Flight log says it needs a new singularity core, but we can probably salvage one from the Valor. I can see the tail end of it sticking out from the side of the Ishimura. I'm headed down there now to find a way inside. I'll meet you there. Hammond out.
Isaac, if what he says is true about the shuttle, we might have a chance of getting out of here. Head to the cargo bay and see if you can help Hammond. In his condition, he may not last long.
So, 8 chapters in, and now he's like, you know what? Fuck all of this. Let's get out of here. I think I mentioned this in a different streamer stream that, man, I really got this thing fixed. This is so weird that it's Swiss meeting. Hammond might have seen some crazier shit other than Necromorphs to be able to say it at this point in the game. Fuck this shit. Let's get out of here. Think about it. Is there more threats than Necromorphs in the Dead Space universe? That is a scary thought. I mean, there are unitologists, but I don't think they are scarier than... Actually, maybe the unitologists are scarier than Necromorphs. Because they worship the damn things. Oh man, I got locked. Comes right. Oh, by the way, I blasted the thing off the blast shields. But if you go back to the common ray and go back to the meaty walls are still there. So that part of the game didn't change. Yeah, but to be fair, you don't. There isn't really a reason to go back to the comms ray. Where are you? Got him. Probably, yeah. I'd imagine with a large amount of space, there'd be bigger things than this to worry about. Yeah. I mean, in Dead Space 3, it kind of shows that. But I'd like to think that there are other threats than just Necromorphs. And also, I'm full of ammo. Right, let's use this. I think I'm gonna start using this thing more often. Threat other than Necromorphs. It's hard to fathom at that point. Let's see. I want to go to level 2. Okay, let me recharge this thing. A contact beam is a mining tool. Oh god. Yeah, I hear you. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I missed. Freeze. Alright. Let him slowly fall backwards into space. Ooh, I love the effects they did. Got him. Huh? Again. Again. Oh wait, I have to reload. Alright, I'm out of ammo for this thing. Then I'll switch to... Alright, you... bastard. Got it. Now I have to go back. Yeah, I think I'm done with this chapter. Is there... I got one power node, a couple of healing items, and items that I need to sell. Wait. Okay. Sell this, keep. Move. Keep. Probably just get... Oh, I think I'm out of plasma cutter. Oh, no, wait, there it is. This. Remove this. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. I'll head back. Oh, come on. Oh. He gave birth. Let's switch back to this. I probably just used the plasma cutter to cut off his legs, but it's fine. I need to spend the ammo anyway. Anything else? Nah. By the way, the pregnant enemies can spawn either the swarm, the little crawly things that latch onto you, or the babies, or one of those pieces from the Slender Man, essentially. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's a fourth monster that it can spawn. Chapter 8, Search and Rescue. Yes, I would love to save my game. Is there a reason why we don't see hallucinations? Funny you mentioned that. But I'll leave that up for the next time I'm streaming this game. I know why that is, but don't worry about it. It'll make sense later. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. And I'll see if I can recover the impossible difficulty back into the save file. Because it's very weird that it switched over to medium. Not even hard, it just switched to medium. I did manage to... you know what, let's pause it right there. There we go. I did mention... No, wait, I didn't actually. I can modify the save file in Dead Space 2 to get access to the special weapons. Oh, yeah. Okay, have a good night. Thank you. I'll do a final goodbyes and then I'll end the stream. Some closing thoughts. I'll try to fix the impossible difficulty, and then for the next stream I'll probably just finish the game, and then you'll see why we don't or do not see hallucinations. And with that, I think I can call it a day. Thank you all, or whoever has been watching my streams, for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye and have a good one.